Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Xavi Hernandez, as it has been reported that Barcelona are already thinking about the contract renewal of the manager. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Brazilian prodigy Victor Roque, as it has been reported that Barca are confident about signing the teenage striker in the summer. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. The appointment of Xavi Hernandez has been a resounding success for Barcelona. Since replacing Ronald Koeman, the former midfielder has brought a sense of identity within the club, while his focus on building the team around young players has paid dividends as well. This has led to Barcelona dominating the scene in domestic football this season, with Barca currently leading the league table by a whopping 8 points. They have also produced some of the most exciting talents in world football right now, including Gavi and Pedri. In light of this success, Barcelona have started thinking about the renewal of Xavi Hernandez. The Spaniard's current contract does not expire until 2024, so the club are only planning to make a move at the end of the season, according to Dario Sport. But they are indeed determined to extend Xavi's contract. The board is aware of the fact that the Spaniard is not only responsible for driving the club in the right direction, but he has also played a crucial role in transfer negotiations, luring players into the club, and even acting as a spokesperson for the club on various occasions. This makes Xavi an essential figure in the Barcelona unit. He does not have a woeful record either, winning 46 out of the 71 competitive matches he has managed so far. For the continuation and the progress for the club, Barcelona believe it is essential to keep hold of Xavi Hernandez, as he is the one who will lay down the identity and offer the right guidance. Barcelona had employed a similar philosophy during the tenures of Pep Guardiola, and as long as Laporta is president of the club, he can expect Xavi to remain head coach of FC Barcelona. So, of course, the both of Barca are happy with the job so far Xavi have made. There's no question about that. And they are thinking of extending his contract. Of course, Xavi signed to 2024. And it is not even something surprising if Barca do extend his contract, because domestically we are doing so well. La Liga we are doing well, but the problem is when we go to Europe, it is just like we need another coach for Europe, because Xavi act as if he is not a Xavi in the La Liga or in the domestic competition, and that's where if he could have really bettered his record in European competitions, then I think he could have been really good. But I think he still needs time to have that experience. I think Xavi is a very good manager. There's no doubt about that. But knowing fully well that Barca is his first top job. He has never really coached any team in Europe. I'm talking about in Qatar. Qatar is not in Europe. So, of course, they don't have that kind of competitive leagues like in the top 5 leagues in Europe. So Xavi is just coming to a very top job, after a spell in a very lower competitive league, with all due respect to the league. So, but nonetheless, we have seen the ideas that Xavi is trying to put inside the team, and knowing fully well Xavi is a legend of this club and a guy who grew in La Masia. Xavi is a Barca by blood, so he knows the inside and the outside more than any of us. He knows the philosophy more than any of us, and definitely we can see that Barca are trying to play the way Barca needs to play. The identity that have been lost for many years ago. Under Koeman, we could not see that identity. Under Ernesto Valverde, we couldn't see that identity or the philosophy. And we all know Barca is that kind of club that they really want to play according to their tradition or their traditional way of playing while getting results. and Xavi is trying to get to that. He knows the club inside out. And definitely Laporta, who appointed him, is so happy so far with the tenure of his manager that he appointed. Despite being a mess in Europe, Xavi still needs time to experience, and I think there will be time that Barca will dominate in Europe again. But I think it's all good now so far in the domestic competition, La Liga. We are 8 points clear of Real Madrid, and it's something to be happy about. I think La Liga this year, we just have to, believe that we need to win it. Since 2019, we haven't laid our hands on the league title. So this is our best chance, except something really terrible happens along the way. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona have already kickstarted their preparations for the season ahead. One of the players they have been pursuing ahead of the new season is Vitor Roque, the Atletico Paranense forward, who is regarded as one of the most talented players to come out of Brazil since Hendrik. While the Palmeiras starlet joined Real Madrid at the age of just 16, Barcelona are determined to avoid a similar situation with the case of another Brazilian super talent in the form of Roque. Earlier this month, it was reported that Barcelona are best placed to sign the 17-year-old ahead of other interested parties such as Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal, and Chelsea. A recent report from Sport Italia now suggests that Barca are indeed emerging one of the likely suitors for Roque. The Catalan entity has continued negotiations with Atletico PR over, the potential summer move for the striker. Although neither of the two parties is yet to reach an agreement, Barcelona are confident of completing the capture of the young Brazilian. They have entrusted Deco with the responsibility of convincing the teenage sensation to join the Catalans' ranks ahead of the new season. The former Barca star is well versed with Brazilian football and played a key role in helping Rafinha join the Catalan unit last summer. He will be hoping to do the same for Roque, whose technical quality, coupled with his versatility and scoring efficiency, could make him an ideal alternative for Robert Lewandowski. Not to mention, Roque, unlike Hendrik, will be eligible to move to Barca in the summer as he turns 18 about a week later. This will make him eligible to play professionally in Europe, thus making him an ideal signing for the Blaugrana. However, it remains to be seen whether or not Barcelona are willing to fork out a fortune in the race to sign Roque this coming summer.